This is the Doing Stuff Daily Podcast, episode 31. I am Bill McConnell, author, speaker, self-proclaimed habit guru, back from the very corner of my living room. That's a bit of a story. It's not the best story in the world, but that's where I was. I went from there to a place of direction and purpose, and I'm not kidding.
Doing Stuff Daily is your pathway for positive change through daily habits that shape your life. Transform your world one habit at a time, one day at a time, to make a personal impact with your family, your business, and your life.
Now, today is the habit of personal direction. It's the second of 20 habits of success, and I'm sharing my honest journey through each of those 20 habits. I know what it's like for someone to feel they have no direction in life. I was there and I stayed there way too long. I had to learn to aim at something and to become laser focused on that target. The habit of personal direction will help you get set on a course that is more pavement than gravel, has less early morning fog, and the view from the top is just as amazing as the view going to the top. I believe every person can know where they're going in life by cultivating the habit of personal direction. Now, my wife and I were with friends, and together we decided to drive to the top of Mount Evans. It's one of the few 14,000 foot mountains you can drive to. We paid our fare and started up the paved road, but the weather was not very good. Within 2 miles, we were in dense fog. We couldn't see more than 10 feet in front of the vehicle. It was crazy. My wife gets really anxious, and she really started to freak out because it was a very real fear for her. It's a fear of heights. There's no guardrails. It was just a road, the cliff, and a lot of fog. I'm not kidding. It was crazy. So it became so bad, we turned around. We couldn't see anything. We couldn't see the gorgeous vistas. When we got to the top, we couldn't see anything. It was just fog. All we could do was wait for another day to take that drive. We turned around, we went back, and we did not get a refund. Most people don't know where they're heading in life. They're in a fog, and they're in a fog so thick, they can't see the road ahead of them. And the road ahead is pretty good, if they could only see it. Several years ago, I found myself in such a fog. I was curled up in the corner of my living room, crying uncontrollably for at least half an hour. I'd slowly digressed from just living to realizing my own lack of purpose and direction in my life. It was probably about the lowest point in my life. My purpose and direction were wrapped up in a career. So when the career path changed, I was left clueless and directionless and purposeless. It was, like I said, one of the lowest times in my years. Now, too many people have a Monday target that is clearly focused no further than Friday night. I'm sorry, but that's kind of sad, people. If that's you, that's kind of sad. So what is personal direction, and why is it a habit? Well, it's a habit because every day you need to wake up and know that you have a clear direction in your life that goes beyond Friday night. You need to wake up knowing and have something important to do that has a direction that is far beyond just a week or even a month. It's way out ahead of you. And you want to know that today and every day, you're heading in the direction of that target, that goal. So with personal direction, the fog starts to clear. You can see the path ahead of you, leading you to your intended goal. Not only that, you get to enjoy the view the entire way. Now, I'm just 3 months into my 60th year here on Earth. I'm 60 years old and a few months. So I took some time last week and I plotted out my next 10 years of my life. So now I'm looking 10 years down the road. I know exactly where I want to be and where I'm going when I reach the age of 70. I'll be breaking those 10-year goals down into yearly and even quarterly goals so that I can get there. It all has to do with direction that I remind myself of every day. So here's 3 things you can do right now to begin discovering your own direction. First, think beyond the weekend or even the month. Think at least 1 year down the road. Where do you want to be in one area of your life 1 year from today? Write it down as a clear, precise goal. Saying weight loss is too vague, but saying I want to lose 20 pounds in 1 year, that's great. 2, make simple plans that will get you there. Big and elaborate plans can be intimidating and may overwhelm you. And overwhelm can lead to quitting. And quitting is unacceptable. Start with a simple plan and elaborate as you get started. Many times, starting can open up areas where more planning needs to take place. Third, take one step today, just one step. Take another step tomorrow. Slowly, a plan will take shape. Just keep moving in the direction of your goal every single day. Now, if it's weight loss, one step today is getting rid of all those Twinkies in your house. It happens, but it's one step. It's just one step in the right direction. And then go from there one day. The payoff for a 1-year goal comes in 1 year, not tomorrow. It could be easier or it could be earlier. It's challenging, and you want that challenge to be something that's going to stretch you and not something you can just nail in a month if you're setting a 1-year goal. The payoffs for a 1-year goal comes in 1 year. It could be earlier, but if it's too early, your goal wasn't as challenging as it could have been. Most people want quick payoffs. Those payoffs are usually far short of your goal. A compromise at best. Don't settle for a compromise. Keep moving one step at a time, one day at a time toward your goal. The payoff is reaching the goal. Once you conquer a goal in your life, you're going to want to do it again. You're going to want to conquer, and not just that, but conquer what's next. Here's a quote: "Without direction, you'll end up in the wrong section. If you don't know where you're going, you'll end up someplace else." Successful people know where they're going. They have big, clear, meaningful goals, and they fight for them. That's from Fearless Motivation, a video that I've been listening to on a daily basis. I'm Bill McConnell, Doing Stuff Daily.
Thank you for taking the time to listen to this episode of Doing Stuff Daily. Let Bill give you this free resource based on Bill's current book. Download this 3-part Conquer What's Next blueprint at doingstuffdaily.com/follow-up. Join us for the next episode. Don't forget to tell a friend. Take a moment and drop in at iTunes to give this podcast the rating you feel it deserves. Be careful. Listening to this podcast could become a weekly habit.